All right. Well, I went out today, and I just want to tell this little story.
Okay.
So I went out today, and I went to the Red Robin.
All right. Red Robin.
Not a big fan. I went there. I've been to Red Robin before, but I haven't been to one in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go get some lunch. Going to get a late lunch.
Okay.
Not a big fan. I don't think I'll be going back.
Really?
I'm just not. Their burgers aren't that great.
That's what you got, a burger?
Yeah, I got their what'd they call it? Some kind of barbecue smokehouse burger or something like that.
How does that fit into your chicken and cookie diet?
Well, I get one good thing a month.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that literally what you do? You do cookies 7 days a week, and then once a month you eat something that's worth a shit?
Well, I'll go out and maybe once a week at the most.
Okay.
But no, I'm doing fine. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Keeping the weight off, looking good. But regardless of that,
yeah,
I went to the Red Robin, sat up at the bar.
Okay.
And a young lady come up and, hi, how are you? Just being very chipper.
Okay.
And she was in her, I think she said she was like 26 or something.
Okay.
But she just like, how's your day? And just being very chatty.
Hi, I'm Donna. How are you?
Very chatty girl. Very, very friendly gal.
Okay.
So she's, how's your day going? What's on your plate today? And, just this and that. Just like,
hey there, rock and roller. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, that was kind of how it was. So I was asking, I said, well, how is your day? Well, it's good. I started work here at 11, then I was able to leave a few hours, and I went to the store, and I got some presents from my daughter for Easter, and, this and that, telling me the whole shebang-a-bang, And so we were just kind of chit-chatting, and she goes, so what are you going to do the rest of your day? Just being very friendly.
And that's when you said, listen, just get me my fucking food.
No, she was a nice enough girl. So I said, well, I'll be doing, my show later. And, well, what do you do? And so I was telling her a little bit. Oh, my God, I never heard of this. I said, why would you? You're 26. It's not exactly, in your wheelhouse.
Right. So
I was showing her a little bit on the pod thing. What do they call that? On the iPhone.
Okay, yeah.
That little podcaster or whatever.
Podcast app?
Yeah, I was showing her that, some of the episodes and stuff, and she goes, sounds like a pretty honest show.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know that it would be your cup of tea, but regardless. She goes, well, what the descriptions I read seem pretty funny.
Okay.
Well, there was a young man of color working along with her. And he was just like, what do you do? And I said, I'm a DJ. Oh, my God, dude, I always wanted to be a DJ.
Did you?
I said, well, so did I. So I just went out and did it.
So I made it happen.
He goes, well, what do you do? And so I was showing, he goes, metal. Dude, I love metal. Dude, I saw Dimebag at his last show, with Pantera at the World, which was basically Tinley Park,
Right, sure.
He goes, dude, I've been into metal all my life. Love metal.
Okay.
Just like, I'd love to be a DJ. What do you do? How did you do that? It's just like, I just did it. Yeah. I decided I want to be a DJ and just did it,
I can't figure it out. I decided I wanted to work at Red Robin. I can't make another decision since.
Oh, no. Now, these kids, I'll call them kids, were very, very nice, very pleasant. And
sure, sounds like it.
Yeah, they were very, very accommodating, very pleasant, very chatty, and I said, well, why don't you tune in? I said, we go on live in 2 hours.
Okay.
And you can tune in if you want. I said, it's definitely not family friendly. I said, I would caution you not to, be broadcasting it.
Right.
I said, but, feel free to tune in. You might find something there for you.
I can't believe you had this much conversation with any stranger.
Yeah, I know. Well, what can I tell you? They showed an interest.
Are you getting soft in your old age?
I'm not getting soft. I was just sitting there minding my own business, but the bartendress, she was very chatty.
I can't believe you didn't say, "Hey, how long till my burger's done?" And went to the bathroom and waited, Tim James style.
Exactly.
I got to sit here 16 minutes. Let me check some email.
Right. No, they were very friendly. Both of them were very friendly, so they showed an interest in the show and what I did and everything. So even the manager came over to me. He's just like, "Hey, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you." You know, it's like, "Well, okay, thanks." It's like, wow.
My God,
celebrity.
I don't get that in bars that I frequent all the time.
Yeah.
You're like Norm. Norm! Really?
It was like Celebrity Day at the Red Robin.
They waved you on in. Come sit in the good seat, Neely.
Yeah, more or less.
Come on over here. Sit in this softer chair.
Exactly.
What can I get for you? Let me get you a little extra ketchup there, buddy.
Right. It's just weird, the reaction.
It's so funny.
It is. It is funny. Just a strange reaction. So, yeah, I chit-chatted it up a little bit about the show today. I don't normally do that, but, you know, they were just like, "Well, what do you do? What do you know, what?" It's like, okay, this is what I do. This is the thing. And, wow, how did you do it? Wow, look at that.
Most times when I know you're one of the more uncomfortable fucks to go to a bar with. Because you will absolutely make me just think that my fucking drink is going to be a loogie drink. Because you are constantly fucking with the waitresses. Now, people don't know that. With you know, me and you have done what 2 dozen, 3 dozen times we've had food wherever.
Sure.
You know, and you know wherever it would be. There's not a single time of those times that we've gone and had food or a drink or whatever together that you did not fuck with the waitress.
Yeah, you know, my brother-in-law, one of my brother-in-laws came through town here back in, I think it was back in January. Mm-hmm. And he says, "Hey, I'm going to be coming through your area." He says, "I'm actually staying in a hotel down the street there, not far from you." He said, "Why don't you come out and, you know, meet me for dinner?" And I'm just like, "Oh, all right." So I met up with him for dinner, and he had a colleague with him, you know, work colleague.
Yeah.
And we went to a place, and, you know, I guess I did my shtick, my normal routine.
Right.
And my brother-in-law looked at me, because it's been a while since I've actually gone out and done anything with him in literally years.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "Dude, I forgot how much you work without a filter." So I totally forgot that you work without a filter. That's what he said to me.
Oh, you definitely do. It's weird because I think I am the more, like, I have just kind of a rule that I don't fuck with people that are putting something that I'm putting in my mouth. You know, I don't fuck with them at all.
Sure.
Meanwhile, we'll order some food or something, and she'll be like, the waitress she'll say, "Hey, do you want sour cream with that?" And you'll be like, "Why? What makes you think I would?" You know, it's like, dude, just give her a yes or no. She's gonna fucking rub her dirty snatch in your fucking food. But you will absolutely do it every single time, or find something she'll say, you'll just fuck with her.
Yeah, I'll find a goof.
You know, she'll say, "Yeah, you want some ketchup?" "Oh, what are we catching up on?" Yeah, it's like, dude, stop. I mean, that's a terrible example, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do definitely key in on some of the words or whatever, but it's just kind of like keeping people on their toes just to see if they're really paying attention.
Yeah, but they're paying attention, all right. Your fucking burger's been laying on the fucking dirty ground all night.
It'll be just like the movie Road Trip where that guy throws that French toast down his pants.
Right. Exactly.
Because he put too much powdered sugar on it.
Yeah, special syrup indeed, sir.
Exactly. He licked all the powdered sugar off and then throw it down in his sweatpants.
Yeah. Horrible.
It is horrible. All right. So what's the story with Mr. Tate? Is he going to be up on the top of the hour or not coming or what?
Well, you said that Don was at the top of the hour.
No, at midnight your time.
That's the top of the hour. It's 11:20 here.
Yeah, okay. All right, I gotcha. This show has just flown by. I'm an hour behind where I think we are.
So are you thinking Don's calling at 1 o'clock my time?
No, midnight.
Okay, so I need to move Jeff back an hour.
Yeah, he wanted to call at 9 o'clock Pacific time, which is midnight your time.
All right, well, then that's fine, but we just got to move it around.
Okay, I was just wondering. All right, let's see here. I was looking at something here. You're going to love this.
Okay.
You're going to love this. People in their political correctness.
Okay.
And now we're getting to the point where we're going to sue people just for saying something.
Yeah, well, it's coming.
It is coming. Mm-hmm. All right, get this.
Okay.
Out in California, where a lot of the nuttiness takes place.
Sure.
An African-American woman filed a civil rights lawsuit on Monday against an Albertson, that's a grocery store chain out there, Albertsons.
Okay. All right.
And its parent company is Safeway, alleging that its managers took no steps to correct or what makes everything better all the time.
Apologize?
Exactly. Let's look at that for a minute.
All right.
I was watching on YouTube yesterday. I think it was last night. I was watching somebody put a compilation of comedians together.
Okay.
Who made jokes that were maybe in poor taste.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who put the montage together put little script at the bottom of each comedian's, stand-up routine where they made some kind of joke that maybe was in poor taste or whatever. And it said that Joan Rivers said, blah, 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 blah. To this day, she still has not apologized. And this was obviously prior to her, passing away. But it's just like, why is that so important to people?
Yeah.
And then like Louis C.K., they had one where he was making some kind of a joke. Mm-hmm. He made some kind of a reference where, because of the, what do you want to call the problem that the Catholic Church had with the young boys.
Okay.
That because of you couldn't tell the difference between the priests and the pedophiles or something to that effect.
Okay.
He made some kind of joke.
Sure.
And of course the Catholic Church came out against his stand-up joke about whatever that was he was saying about it.
Right.
And again, to this day, Louis C.K. has not apologized.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
I was offended. Well, you should apologize. Well, I'm not going to apologize because that was a joke I made. It wasn't meant, I stand by the joke.
Well, I'm just going to do this right now to get it out of the way. Whatever I've said in the past and whatever I'm going to say in the future that offends you, I'm terribly sorry. So there you go. Now I'm covered.
But the whole thing, well, they never apologized.
Well, they're not going to mean it anyway, you fucking dumb cunt. So why do you want them to lie to you?
That's always been my point.
Do you really think Louis C.K. truly means that he's sorry? Do you think he's really sorry?
No, of course not.
He's, you know what? The only thing he's sorry about is that he's getting grief. That's it. They don't give a fuck. You want a fake apology? Sure, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Right. So anyway, Albertson and its parent company Safeway alleges that its managers took no steps to correct or apologize for the action of a checkout clerk at the Irvine store who incorrectly assumed the woman was on food stamps.
Okay.
She incorrectly assumed that.
All right.
And because they didn't apologize because someone made a verbal mistake,
Yeah.
I'm suing you.
No, I think suing is out of the question. She might have apologized for that, though. That's yeah, that is sort of insulting.
Well, it might have been.
I mean, just general purpose would be like, oh, I didn't mean to do. I'm really sorry. You know, I might, if I said that, I might truly be apologetic. You know, for assuming that she was a broke dick fucking nobody.
A broke dick fucking nobody.
You know, but I might feel bad about that. I might have a genuine apology for that.
Sure.
That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah. Jenna Watkinson, a spokeswoman for Safeway, said company officials have not seen the lawsuit and do not comment on pending litigation. However, anytime we interact with a customer, our goal is to ensure that they are treated with the utmost respect and courtesy, she said Wednesday. I think that's the catch. Isn't that just the catchphrase every corporation has?
I don't know. What did you say? All I heard was blah, blah, blah.
Deidre Harris, 42, who filed the lawsuit, said the incident occurred January 27th at the Albertson and Alton Avenue and Culver Street. Harris said she was trying to pull out a debit card from her phone case to pay for the items.
Okay.
When the checkout clerk asked her if she wanted to use her EBT card.
Okay.
What exactly did you say? With her head shaken from side to side?
What?
Yeah, it didn't say that exactly. The clerk repeated her question and asked if she wanted to use food stamps. I felt completely demoralized, said Harris, on an Orange County native who grew up in a Huntington Beach, works as a fashion brand consultant, and has lived in Irvine for 22 years. Okay. For me, it was a very clear reminder, a painful reminder.
Oh boy.
That we do not live in a post-racial era.
Fuck you. We don't have to. It's not, there's no law says you have to. This lawsuit's getting thrown out.
Yeah, well, I probably will. But this goes back to, well, we're going to legislate your behavior. We're going to legislate behavior.
Yeah, no.
Harris said she spoke with 3 supervisors, including Ron Foss, a regional manager at the Safeway. She said he explained to Harris, like other supervisors had before, that the clerk had done nothing wrong and was simply trying to give her free bags because those using food stamps don't have to pay for reusable plastic bags.
Okay.
Foss, who was mentioned in the lawsuit, eventually offered her $500 as compensation for her emotional distress.
He fucked up there.
Yeah, I know, because now he's admitting guilt by offering some kind of compensation for our fuck up.
But did he apologize?
No.
He didn't apologize, but he offered her money?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think this was, here's $500. Will you just go away? I think this was just, I'll give you something, just go away.
Right.
I'm tired of listening to you.
Right.
She said, he added, if I were you, I'd take it. A follow-up letter sent by Safeway claims, a follow-up letter sent by a Safeway claims examiner to Harris on March 24th, the same day she talked to Foss, states, please be advised that we've completed our investigation and determined that there is no liability on the store. I acknowledge your allegations of emotional distress and would be willing to offer a customer service gesture of $500.
Right.
Failing to accept the customer service gesture will be construed as a rejection and will result in a formal denial of this claim, as there has been no evidence of discrimination or racial profiling.
Okay.
It wasn't... Right. Go ahead.
He's right.
Exactly.
There is no proof of that, but... Right. It's just a shitty thing. Okay, the clerk made a mistake.
Yeah.
Sorry. See, that's why I think the clerk should just say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I fucked up."
Yeah, well, we don't know that they didn't say that.
Yeah, she's just not acknowledging that.
Right. It wasn't the first time Harris had experienced the subtle undercurrents of racism in a city that is less than 1% African American, she said.
Oh, boy.
But she added her conversation with Foss was the tipping point.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't respond to the email or take their offer for $500, she said. I contacted an attorney and filed a lawsuit.
Yeah, man!
I'll teach them.
I'll show them a thing or two about a thing or two.
Exactly. Her attorney, Chris Mears, said that the action of the store clerk and the company violated California's UNRUH, that's N-U-R-U-H, UNRUH Civil Rights Act, which prohibits businesses from discriminating against customers based on race and other attributes such as sex, religion, national origin, color, and sexual orientation.
Why?
I don't know where the discrimination part came in.
I don't know where the racial part comes in. They didn't say, "Listen, darky, you're on food stamps."
No.
They just said, "Are you trying to get your EBT card?" Now, she could have looked like shit. I mean, maybe she was just wearing some shitty clothes and, for that neighborhood, and they might have thought the same thing if it was a fucking dirty white chick.
Right.
Who's to say? She's not winning this lawsuit.
No. The corporate reaction to this incident is part of the problem, Mears said. They were only focusing on themselves and made no effort to step into the shoes of an African-American woman who was the recipient of this behavior.
Yeah, no kidding. You know why? Because it's not a racial issue, you dumb fucking twat. No one said, "Hey, nigger, you got food stamps?" That's not what was said. No one made any inference of race except you. She's the only one making a racial inference. Not the clerk, not the fucking guy that tried to give her the $500, not the Safeway rep that sent her the letter. None of them made a racial statement of any sort about this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She's the only one that did. And what, now because she feels racially fucking butthurt, then she can sue over it, even though there's no proof that anybody did anything racial? Fuck you, you cunt. Fuck off.
Now she's going to sue you for using sexually explicit terms.
Yeah, well, good. Sue me, you fucking whore. That's my opinion.
Right.
My opinion is that you're a fucking cunt.
Judge Aiken has spoken.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
He's handed down his judgment from the bench. You're a fucking cunt and a whore.
That is my opinion.
Yeah.
You're a fucking cunt and a whore.
Right.
And I have nothing to base that on other than just my theory of what I perceive a cunt and a whore to be.
Sure.
And this picture that you're painting here is exactly it.
Yeah. Now you need to slam your gavel down and say, "Case dismissed." Even though the lawsuit seeks monetary damages to punish the company and for attorney's fees.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Harris said for her, it's not about the money.
Yeah, good, because you ain't getting any.
It never is about the money, is it?
No, of course not.
My hope is that it would help create a greater awareness and make the company to make changes and reduce the likelihood of it happening again.
The likelihood of what? No one did anything racist.
Well, again, how do you control somebody's slip up or their mouth or whatever?
No one did anything racist here. There's zero racism here. Everything. This falls into that category that we talk about all the time, where everything is perceived as racism.
Of course.
There's no racism here. You know, you looked like shit, so they assumed you were broke. Whatever that means. That doesn't necessarily mean race. It probably is. And let's be honest, it probably is race. You know, Irvine, California, that's a pretty whitey white town,
Yeah,
is it not?
It's a very affluent area, yes.
So they see a black lady in the Safeway looking like shit. Yeah, they probably think that she fucking stumbled in from the fucking homeless camp. But that being said, they still didn't make a racist comment. You know, so in her mind, let's play this the other way. So in her mind, the only people that can be on EBT is a fucking black chick?
Well, true.
You know, so that's her being racist against her own fucking people.
You're absolutely right.
Because she's assuming that because they said that, do you need help with your EBT or your fucking food stamps?
That means black.
That means black. That's her being a racist, not the fucking store. Go fuck yourself, you stupid bitch.
Right. The more she talks about the incident, the more she relives that moment of being identified as someone who couldn't pay for her own groceries, despite the working hard and having a successful career.
Yeah. Is that how it is?
I was identified as someone who couldn't pay their way.
Yeah, was it? Well, every time I see fucking a movie where somebody catches on fire, I have to relive it. Should I be suing the fucking studios?
Yeah, you should.
Should I sue the studio? I watched a Bronx Tale today, and they burned up a bunch of guys in a car. Maybe I could sue a Bronx Tale because they weren't considerate to my feelings as a burn victim.
Yeah, they didn't realize that I would be watching this.
Yeah, and since I watched it, I'm offended now.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I can get some money from Robert De Niro. I'm going to sue him personally.
Sure.
I'm going to sue Chaz Palminteri because he was responsible for the car being lit on fire. And I'm going to sue Paramount or whoever put this movie out.
Right.
Because they should have been considerate of me. Stupid whore.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this woman. I hate her.
Right. I filed this lawsuit not just for my 2 children, but also as a professional who works with emerging brands and social startups, she said.
Really? How were your 2 children hurt in this exactly?
Well, because she went home and bitched about it.
Yeah, is that why? Because they had to listen to your fucking needless, senseless ranting about racism at the fucking Safeway?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you just saying, okay, kids, let's watch some TV or let's go out to the park. You had to drone on and they had to listen to your fucking bullshit.
Right.
Fuck you.
If you are silent, you are part of the problem. Nothing changes when you are silent. I had to ask myself, if I'm not taking steps toward progress, then what am I doing?
Yeah, and if you're making noise and you don't have a point, then you're really part of the problem.
Yeah.
Because you're inventing a problem, you fucking bitch.
Sure.
God. What a bitch.
Well, a lot of this is invented drama.
Oh, this is totally invented.
That is how it goes. I'm sorry to tell you, that's the world we live in.
God, I'm glad I'm not in the corporate world.
All right. Well, one more and we'll take a short break.
All right, what, you want to see my head completely explode?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I want to see your head explode.
Is that a racist comment?
Yes, I do. It is actually, it's an insensitive comment to your mental state.
Mm-hmm. Are you making a statement about burn victims?
I am making a statement. So sue me.
Their heads burning up? Is that what you said?
I
heard it. I heard it. Suing you. All right, go ahead.